Go ahead, guys. Fire away.
In the game next weekend that you're particularly eager to get a look at?
Yeah, obviously I want to see, and the first guy, Deneric Prince, I want to see him. He'll start off as kick returner for us, so I want to see him with live bullets, guys coming down the field, and how he'll set up the blocks and how he'll hit it and be strong. And everything that I'm seeing in practice, I think I'm going to see in the game, but you still got to see it. And then a lot of the cover guys, I want to see, some of the young guys like Nick Jones and, just all the other dudes, all the other young guys. Boyd, though, he's coming on, especially recently. The thing about him, he's not a real big guy, so you wonder how he's going to hold up. We got him at gunner, so we're going to see him in there, and he's going to have to use his speed to be able to get out on guys to be able to run. But he's got the top end speed. But the big question is he going to play bigger than he actually is, because he's about 177 pounds. He's kind of slight, but we've had guys that been that small that came on and became good players for us, so it's not impossible.
Nazi's unfortunately down. Who do you like right now for gunner early on?
Right now we got Watson and Williams. Those are our two gunners right now. Going forward. Hopefully some of these young guys, maybe Boyd Doe, maybe he comes through. And Watson, the wide receiver, and Ross, the other wide receiver. I mean, all those guys all have a shot. They're all going to get reps. But we'll start off with those two.
Got the one the other day. How realistic do you think it is for him to develop there?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the gunner job. I mean, in the pooch area, you don't get doubled a lot. You have 8 guys in the box, so you're singled up. You get out and run. And then your job is to go down and make a play on the ball when Tommy hangs it up. So that's what we were working on that day. And, he's got that skill. Yep.
Sacrifice some strategy to see like a kick return instead of fair catching it.
Yeah, we're not going to fair catch. Not in preseason. If they kick the ball to us and we can get our hands on it, we want to return it. We want to find out what we have. We got to find out who can block, and who can return. I'm sure they're thinking the same thing, So, and then a kickoff, we're going to kick it to them so we can evaluate our kickoff team. So, you won't see a lot of fair catches in the preseason. I don't think across the board. It's going to be hard to evaluate, is the fair catch rule good or not during the preseason. It's not going to really come into play until the regular season, I don't think.
It was reported that the NFL is going to look at the XFL's kickoff, how they do their kickoff. One, are you familiar with it? Or two, what are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I was on a committee. I was on a 9-person committee that went up, and we were trying to convince them not to use the fair catch rule, and we didn't do a good job of it because they ended up getting passed anyway, but we looked at that. They showed us that, and it's it's a viable option. I mean, it's something that down the road we could end up doing. I kind of like it in a way if we did go to it, because it's 100% returns. So you're coaching returns, and then you're going to get returns. So but that could be the negative thing too, that there is a lot of returns. There could be more injuries. So the whole idea of it is that guys are a lot closer together, not running. The space. The thing is not there. You're close together, and but it's 100% return. So. Thank you, guys.
What's up, guys?
Just you understand the system. I mentioned this before, but how complicated was it to learn for you? But also, now that you're a year into it, how easy is it for you now?
Oh yeah, night and day. From training camp last year to this year, just night and day on just the speed of play. Not out there thinking, just out there playing. Know what all the responsibilities are. Know what my teammates are doing. Help get guys organized. Just go out on the field and play. Definitely a little bit of a learning curve to it. Some of the young guys and some of the new players are feeling that a little bit. But we have such a close-knit locker room that, our room is all about helping each other learn it faster. So guys ask questions, we answer them, we try and pull guys along as fast as we can. And just through as many reps as we get out here on the practice field, they'll get better at it as time goes on.
Are you seeing a lot more from your teammates that were on from the rookies that were on the last year? Are you seeing a lot more confidence in them when it comes to
a whole lot. I mean, across the board. I mean, we watched the film from this time last year to right now, especially with the first team group. Just not nearly as many busts. Windows are tight. I know previous training camps used to be that if the offense wasn't scoring a lot of points, that it used to be because maybe the offense had a bad day. But this year, the defense is playing well too. You know what I mean? So we're trying to make it hard on our offense. We give them a lot of looks. They give us a lot of looks, and it's competitive and it's back and forth every day.
See a lot one-on-one different drills this preseason. How much do you think being able to go against Mahomes and Kelsey prepares you maybe better than?
Oh, there's no better preparation. I mean, we're going against the best offense in the NFL every day in and day out. We're getting their best shot. We're giving them our best shot. Me getting them have man coverage against Kelsey every day. I mean, shoot, I feel like the game should be easy, going against a Hall of Famer like that. So it's a lot of fun. We're competitive. We all work on each other, try and get each other better, show each other where we might have made an error at. Like sometimes I coach him up, hey, I did this. You probably could have did this. He lets me know, hey, I did this. You probably should have did that. And, we get better from it.
I have to ask, you said you wanted to battle Drew Tranquil in chess. That has occurred?
Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. He's 2-0 on me.
What happened?
Man, the guy's a solid player, man. So guy's a solid player. I was a little bit aggressive in the opening, try to take advantage of him, and he was able to counter me, win some pieces, and just hold out until the end. So he's a good player.
What does that do for you guys? Considering he's a newcomer, and obviously this is your second year on the roster.
Well, the cool thing about St. Joe's is, you come out and you're away from your family and everything, that's always tough. But the nice thing about being with the team is everybody's in the same place at the same time all day. We eat breakfast together, we eat lunch together, we eat dinner together. We get to hang out together, get to know your teammates. I know a lot more guys on this team from being here in St. Joe's, being around each other, than I did in Houston just because you spend so much time together. It's almost like college-esque in the way that you just hang out with your guys and you have fun. I mean, there's a rock, paper, scissors competition going around the locker room yesterday. So it's just, guys just like to have fun.
At this point of your career, what do you hope to get out of preseason games?
Man, the biggest thing is, one, to just make sure you're sharp. You want to get out there. You don't want your first play on a live game, live tackling, to be actually the first game of the season. I believe, and you want to at least have a drive somewhere in each game, so that way you can get ready, mentally prepared, get your pregame process right on what your routine is going to be that year with whatever you need to work on. And then secondly, it's just helping the young players and new players go out there and have fun and ball, because a lot of those guys aren't just playing for us, they're playing for every team in the league that's watching, and you want to help them go out and have a good performance too. Funny you said that. So my rookie year, the first game I played preseason was right here in Kansas City at Arrowhead, and the first guy I guarded was Travis Kelce, and he caught like a 12-yard, 14-yard curl on me. I always remember that, So, rookie year is all about, proving yourself to the team, showing the team what you have. The playbook is going to be very simple on game day. It's going to be very generic across the board. You just want guys to go out and play fast and see what they can do, in a live setting. So the difference now is, you're going to be starting. You want to make sure you're getting into the health, and you want to make sure your routines are right and that you're ready to go.
Do you sense a different swagger from the defense this year? You had so many first-year players last year, and this is a really good offense you're going against every day.
Yeah,
do you sense that?
Yeah, absolutely. Guys are just confident, man. Like, we're hard on each other as far as, like, the level of execution that we know we need to be a high-caliber defense. We got a great leader in Nick, leading the middle of the fort in the field, making all the calls, getting guys in the right positions. And then we got guys that buy into Spag's system and play the defense well.
We got Leo a little bit earlier. What's your take on how he's progressed year to year?
Oh, yeah. Leo's probably the most swole linebacker I've ever met in my life. A guy looks like he eats bench plates for breakfast. But he's been developing well. He moves around in our playbook. He's able to play all the linebacker positions. Guys are probably one of our best get hands-on guys, people as far as stoning guys at the line and really being disruptive, getting up in the gap. So he's a developing player that's playing really well right now.
We'll give you three more. We'll go Darren, Matt, Mace. Go Darren.
Yeah, I just wanted for you to talk about the success of your summer tech camp and what you hope the youth got from it.
Oh, yeah. So really excited about that. It was our first season doing it. Had about 20 kids come in, do computer science programs, some cybersecurity stuff. And there's hidden messages in the way that we organize it, and that we not only want to teach computer science because we think that that's a skill, but the hidden skills that we're teaching is we slip in some entrepreneur business model stuff about money management and things like that to help them with just life skills. And also, the big reason why I like computer science so much is it develops problem-solving skills, because everyone likes to hire somebody that knows how to solve problems. Not just complain about problems, but can solve problems themselves. And computer science gets kids thinking in an analytical way to systematically approach problems and try a new skill that they haven't tried before to kind of boost their confidence in trying something they haven't done before. That's the reason why I like doing it. It doesn't matter if the kids actually end up majoring in computer science or not, but they develop some skills and develop some confidence in learning new things along the way. And we like to have entrepreneurs also come in and speak about how what they're learning in this class, if they do go this route, could translate directly into a career field down the road. So we learned a lot ourselves running it for the first time. We're going to incorporate some new things and continue to build it and try and help as many kids as possible.
With all of the conference realignment talk going on, are you guys talking about it around the dorms and the locker room?
Conference realignment, Pac-12 is getting destroyed right now. You know, that's a good question. I don't know where they're going to go. I feel like it's going to end up being a 4-conference team. They got 4 playoff teams. Maybe they push it to 8 down the road, but I feel like it's going to be a 4-conference team, 4 playoffs, probably similar to the NFL. 2 divisions, a North and South or East and West, and you're just battling for those 4 spots. It's probably the way that I see it going. So it's just wondering how things are going to end up getting split between Pac-12, Big Ten, Big 12, ACC. Pac-12 conference will probably be a lot of Big Ten and Big 12. Maybe Stanford goes independent like Notre Dame, but Notre Dame is technically ACC now when it comes to football. So, it's kind of the wild, wild west.
Do you have any wish for Stanford?
Just to win. Just to win.
Lastly, Justin, I don't know if you saw, but it appeared that Patrick threw a behind-the-back pass in one of the 10-10-10 periods. Did you see it? And
I didn't see it, but it doesn't surprise me. He slips in new stuff all the time. I saw him pregame warm-up. He was trying a cross-body left-handed throw. So he keeps it fun and tries new things.
All right, thanks, Justin.
Yep, appreciate you guys.
How much more comfortable are you? Do you feel yourself just when the plays are called, even in the practice going into next week's games, that you'll be more active versus reactive to this play calling?
Yeah, it's really night and day this year. Just having that whole off season, even the longer season in the NFL, it's like you start to feel those things that you would feel after a year or whatever in college, because it's so much longer. And entering into this season, this off season, I've kind of been more able to be like, okay, I know what I'm doing for the most part. Now let's work on the little things like technique, like those little things I wouldn't be able to work on before. I now can, because I'm not stressing about like, oh shoot, is that my job? Like where's my guy at? So it's all more a lot better, like tunnel vision on what I'm doing.
In that line, you feel like you're getting used maybe in a few different positions than maybe you were a year ago, especially in like specific cases. Like I see you lining up a lot on the line outside. Maybe it was more like a pass rushing situation.
Yeah. Coach Spags, is having us try out different positions on the line, dropping from inside the line as as that joker role. So we're just trying to get better day in and day out with that. It's something an unfamiliar position to be in. As an off-ball linebacker. Willie and I have kind of been taking that role of getting on the line and rushing. So guy like him, he's got a ton of speed. So just learning from each other, learning from guys like George. That's been really nice.
Does the defense seem better? I know last year you were just trying to take care of yourself, but does this defense look like they're playing ahead? Maybe you're ahead of where you were a year ago.
Yeah, I think so. You got all these rookies. The rookies that we were last year going into the season. How heavily we contributed last year. Like I talked about, having that confidence that in our job, and so we're that much better. I think we're playing a lot faster. We're communicating a lot better than when we were before last year.
Did you see the report, Leo, about Rasheed Rice throwing up on the first day, and did it have like flashbacks to your own experience about just what camp does to you from being in shape to getting towards football shape?
Oh, for sure, man. Like when I heard about that, I'm like, dude, that's my guy right there. It's you got all those nerves too. Like a lot of people assume, oh, he's out of shape, but you got the nerves on top of that, 100-degree heat. Rookies taking all the snaps, it's maybe a mix of both, but it's tough. It comes at you quick, and he adjusted really well, a lot better than I did.
Tape of yourself in this camp and you compare it to last year, what are some ways that you're noticing, okay, I'm growing in this capacity?
I look at myself, just looking at practice, watching film of OTAs into training camp here. I think I'm getting a lot better at actually looking and turning and seeing routes, opening up my vision instead of last year I came from a defense, we were kind of locked in on the quarterback's eyes, check here and there, but now we're more of a pattern match team, and I'm getting more comfortable in that scheme. So I'm able to see those, the patterns and what the QB wants to go at, like the timing of routes a lot better. And I emphasized a lot of hip mobility this off season. Work on stuff like that so I can get more fluid in coverage. So. I kind of just pulled from trainers at Exos I trained, strength coaches back in Wisconsin, a lot of different stuff like that.
Leo, this is Brendan Daly's second year with you guys in the linebacker room. I just wonder where you see maybe progression for him and maybe what he might be asking you guys to sort of keep the defense advanced.
Yeah, I mean he's a great coach. He's one of the best constructive criticism type coaches I've ever been around. It makes the guys so much more confident in themselves, ready to go. Really great on the rookies. He spends so much detail. He really cares. About us, but yeah, he's pushing us every day though. Don't get me wrong, he's not soft. So he's getting hard on us every day. Really honing in our techniques and stuff like that.
When you say constructive criticism, what's one thing that comes to mind where you felt like this was constructive and now you see the results?
A lot of times, coaches can be in that position where it's their job. They look bad if we look bad. The type deal. They feel it's on them. So, there's little techniques, say we call it stud technique, getting up on the line and pressing. Get angry. You mess up that in a game, you're going to get angry. It's hurting the team. So he takes us to the side and realizes all the pressure that's coming in on us on a game. It's okay, the last thing you want to do is yell at a kid and, have him kind of freak out. And that's all he's thinking about is getting that technique right for the run. And then all of a sudden, oh, shoot, he overextends and now it's a pass. And so he calms us down. He gets us, ready to go and ready for the next play.
As a former Badger, what do you think? The Big Ten adds 2 more schools. It's going to be, they may even add more. What do you think about all this growth?
Man, Big Ten, it's always that, hard-hitting football, run game, I formation, 14 T personnel. So we might see a little change here. That's always good though. Opening up, playing different schemes like that. But no, I'm really excited to see where it's going, and looking forward to watching them.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Leo.
Appreciate you guys.
Wanya Morris.
Howdy.
You're around as far as doing both sides and maybe being like a swing tackle guy. How is it switching back and forth, and how's your time been with the rest of the ones?
Just first of all, being with those ones, it's fun. You get the feel of the game, the real speed of the game, and then you get to go play with Pat and Trav and stuff like that. Those are leader of men. So every time you in that huddle, they expect the best, expect excellence. So it's just been great being pushed by those guys and being able to see what they do on Sundays and try to replicate that.
I was going to say, and like I said, you've been switching back and forth. You played both positions, but how is it in practice going left to right?
At this point, I'm so used to it, so it's just it's like second nature, really. So I just do whatever he tells me to do.
Just looking at it going into next week, probably we'll talk to you before then, but how excited are you finally get some NFL action on next weekend?
Like every kid, it's a dream come true. You dream about days like this, and to actually go out with them and actually do it, it's a dream come true. It's very, what's the word? Looking for a good word. It's very breathtaking. Being able to step out there on that field and just go out there and compete with my brothers and just show everything I got, because it's not done till it's done. I ain't made the 53 yet, so I got to go out there and ball.
What do you hope to take away from it?
Experience. Just a learning experience. If I lose, get back out there and do it again, see what I did wrong, watch the film, correct it, be a better me each and every day.
One-on-one coaching with Andy Heck, what are some of the points that he's continually emphasizing?
Just continue to push to learn. You can never know too much. Always harping on technique, because that's a big thing. People are going to have talent at this day and age in the NFL. It's not about talent, it's how hard you work and how consistent can you be. So that's my thing, just being consistent, working hard, and just keeping things firm.
Last time you were up here, Felix was in here, and he's kind of jeering from the back. What have the one-on-ones that we've seen out there been like going up against him?
Definitely competitive. Like I said, each and every time, me and Felix will get out there and push each other every time. That's our thing. That's what we do. He push him, he push me. It's an ongoing fight. So that's what we work on every day to just make each other better.
Last time we talked to you, you were look forward to playing with the vets. What's it been like?
Fast. You got to get off the ball. They get off the ball. So like that's one thing I learned is just like just really just being prepared, knowing what is gonna come, and just being able to get off the ball. Because that's one of the biggest things. If you just get off the ball, that's half the fight right there. So that was my biggest thing, just getting off the ball and being prepared.
I'm not sure if you saw it today, but it appeared that Patrick threw a behind-the-back pass. So I guess you'll see that on film.
I will.
I can let it today. I'm just wondering from an offensive lineman standpoint, obviously you're worried about the guy in front of you, the protection scheme. You can't really see what Pat's doing until after practice. What's it been like to, whether it's you've been on the field or just observing, what's it like to watch practice of Pat doing things that are, unusual compared to most quarterbacks?
He's definitely a magician. That's insane. I'll go back and watch film and see it, but oh man, I didn't even know he did that because as offensive lineman, you're not looking at the ball. We have to assume and know where the ball is at all times without seeing it. So to go back and watch him do that, it's breathtaking because not everybody does that. And for it to be so accurate behind the back, like that's insane. Let's be real. Like nobody can do that.
Last couple.
I think it was before practice really got started, you had grabbed the still camera, and we're taking maybe some photos. So two-part question is, number one, is that sort of a thing you like to do, maybe keep it light, keep it fun? And number two, are you going to put all of us out of a job?
Indubitably. Nah. I just like to have a little fun. The camera's always cool. I like being in front of it, behind it. You just never know. I like to see if I still got some skills. You never know. If that's a hobby I like to take up after I'm done. You never really know. But put you out of a job, nah. I can never put y'all out of a job. Y'all do way better than me.
Last one, anyone? All right, thanks, Wanya.
Thank you.